We want every side to come together to attempt to take down the 100 side.
Man, they gotta
We want
understand,
all the
right?
smoke.
We go off the content.
Three, two, one. Hey there, welcome back to the channel where we keep it real. No capping. I'm your host, bringing you nothing but straight fire and authenticity. Today, we're diving into 12 rooms that I got to promote. The 100 ENT showroom, hosted by Big Wack100. The Beehive room. Love and R&B room, hosted by the queen of the 100 side, R&B. No room for the weak. No mercy room. Spin the block room. 100 ENT Jailbreak Squad room. 100 ENT South room. Petty Betty and Toxic Tanya room. Dangerous Minds room, hosted by Beast. Good Burger, hosted by Pitbull. Sleepless in LA, and many more. If you want to get closer or you want to be a part of the show, go to Clubhouse, follow one of these rooms, or you look for a room titled with Wack100. These particular videos all made possible by the one and only Wack100. Get ready to vibe with me as we explore the hardest topics that need some real recognition in the streets. Let's jump right into it and show some love to this channel by hitting the like and or subscribe button. So, without further ado, hold it down. One mic on Wack.
They tripping.
They know them people don't live over there, right?
That's
what you said?
Do they know that? What they be mean about we gonna burn this down? They know don't none of them people live over there, right?
Yeah, that shit
Where they
crazy.
burn it down.
Yeah, like
Don't none of them people live over there.
yeah, that's what we just said.
None
That's the banks and shit.
Niggas ain't even from that
Everybody.
state. Niggas ain't even from that state.
They over there by the courthouses and shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody live over there.
Them damn ICE agents and shit though, they ain't even from California.
Somebody got an echo. Who is that?
Nah, I think that's Wack listening in their car.
Oh. Yeah, that shit definitely happens. But yeah, Brock, I don't think the
click that,
really want to do that.
click that link up top.
It was never her trip. She didn't have to attend.
Okay. All right.
He came to her. What you're saying is, although the man gives her the option, and because she's in fear that he's gonna take somebody else anyways, she goes. And then when she goes, she waits a day and a half and then expresses she's uncomfortable. And he says, cool, I'm gonna book you a flight back. And then you say, no, I'm gonna stay. He didn't say, I'm gonna whoop your ass. He didn't say, I'm gonna put you out the house. He simply said, I got 2 more days left on the trip. I'm gonna book your flight back. I'm gonna complete my trip.
That's selfish as hell.
Okay, let's say it's selfish. But you make the decision that you want to stay.
Selfish.
Okay.
She's being selfish at that point. She's giving you what you want, but you're making her hella uncomfortable.
Well, how are you making anything when you've given her the option?
What do you mean? You're not really.
You are.
Her the option in the beginning.
If you're uncomfortable here, I'm going to fly you back somewhere to where you're comfortable.
But why would you do that to your woman for a piece of ass?
No, the man's doing it for his own sanity.
Oh, okay.
He told you, I want to go to Miami for 3 days to vent, let off some steam, enjoy myself. I want to take this individual along with us. Are you cool with that? You say,
does she do something for her own sanity? Can she have a dude for her sanity when she wants a different option?
Well, I mean, And that's, I mean, if we're throwing that into the equation, I don't know nothing about that. I've never experienced those type of situations. I'm saying in this situation, it has nothing to do. It has nothing to do. What I'm saying is, at home, why didn't you say no? I'm not with it.
Because she was willing to give it a try because she loved you. And at any given moment, if she was uncomfortable, you should have saw the signs and maybe not made her feel humiliated and went back home with her and never do it again with her. Like, give her the option, but don't just have her compromise her integrity or whatever. Or
We didn't have
compromise
you do nothing. We asked you. The
okay,
man asked the woman.
but you asked and she tried it and she didn't like it. So if she didn't like it, why would you then?
At the time she didn't like it, she expressed she didn't like it. He said, "Cool, I'm gonna book you a flight back home."
Okay.
What is he doing wrong?
He's choosing to stay with someone that he's not with, that was a third leg, and send his woman back home.
Okay, that's great. That's his choice. But then the woman says, "No, I'm gonna stay. I don't want to go back."
Well, then she would be stupid.
Okay, let's say she's being stupid. But this happens, and it happens again 3 months later, and again 3 months after that, and then 18 months later, they separate. And now you start saying, he made me do these things. What do you mean? Because he made me feel like if I didn't agree, he was going to do it anyway. How is that right?
Especially if you financially handicapped her. Maybe that's what it was. He took her from the other man. I don't know. But
how do you financially handicap a person who had what they had when you met them and still and has more than what they had after you met? How is that financially handicapping? If you had $10,000 in your bank account,
I don't think that's the case.
If a man met a woman, she had 10 grand in her bank account and no car. And now at this point, 18 months later, she got 150,000 in her bank account and a car. And he says, this is not working. I'm gonna go my way, you go mine. How did he financially handicap you when at this time of split?
Well, that's not what he was saying. He didn't say, I'm gonna go my way, you gonna go yours. That ain't what was happening.
No, I'm saying 18 months later, after it's happened 3 times, these trips, you say, you forced me to do these things. How did I force you to do them when I asked you and you agreed? Well, I only agreed because I was in fear you was gonna do it with somebody else. Okay. Like, how was that right? You know, like, you're saying
she was willing to compromise for him. I think that's what it was. I'm not saying that it's right, but she was willing to compromise. And that's when you as a leader should say, you know what? For every woman that won't, there's probably 50 more that will. This is not a good fit. Let me break this off. At least that's what I would tell my sons. If a woman shows sign of uncomfort with a lifestyle that you enjoy,
it's okay for women to deceive and manipulate and lie. But when a man is coming to you being truthful about what he wants, he's being selfish. See, we're coming to you being open, but you choose to lie, deceive, and manipulate with your answer.
I think it's selfish. I'm gonna be honest. I think that, okay, if you come to a woman and say, okay, this is what I want, but then you're and she agrees, right? You're not even giving her the choice to pick the woman. She doesn't even have the choice. It's, this is what I want and this is what it's gonna be. You're not compromising or meeting her halfway, but you want her to make all the compromises, but you're not willing to compromise. If you're gonna go to that woman and say, okay, I won't, at least give her the choice to choose who the woman is.
Why would a man give a woman his power of say something?
Oh, that's some bullshit. That's because she's a human. She's a human.
But
She's a human being. Like you can't expect somebody to. That's why men are in the. That's why the situation he's in, and a lot of men are in the situation that they're in because he forced her to keep doing something that she's uncomfortable with because she's afraid to lose.
okay, check this out.
That's crazy.
When you look in a man's garage who's doing all right for himself, you usually find a luxury car, a sports car, an everyday vehicle, and a family vehicle.
Damn.
Each one of these vehicles are designed to be used for different situations and different circumstances, right? So why would a man go to a woman and say, I want you to pick the vehicles that I want to drive? No, I know what you may go get 4 luxury cars. Well, where's my sports car?
I'm dead.
What happened?
Mom died.
Oh, all right. Well, we're gonna have this conversation, right? Plug it up right here, cause don't none of these niggas charges work. Right? So here we go. We still here. Okay. We're still here. So why would a man give a woman? Why would a man give a woman the option of picking out his vehicles when he knows what vehicles he needs for his garage? You may go get 4 luxury cars. He's like, yo, where's my sports car? Where's my pickup truck so when I want to go to Home Depot? Where's my everyday so when I don't want to be detected?
I just think you're selfish at the end of the day. I really do. I think that if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody and you want options, at least give her the option to help you pick the other option that you want her to be.
But that's what you want. It ain't what the man wants.
No, you're getting what you want. You're getting 2 women.
No, it ain't about 2 women. It's another type of woman.
Okay, but...
You get what I'm saying? You may pick a woman that's to your liking, that's not to my liking, but it's not for you.
Why can't you compromise? Why can't you be like, okay,
if I'm going to
somebody with long legs, then I want somebody with big breasts.
Yeah, but
or someone who's more domestic, because maybe I'm more goal orientated, and I just want to deal with like helping you organize and do something with the business. Now, I mean, come on. I'm just saying. Then you go pick 2 of the same type of women, and they might look different, but they might have the same personality. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's selfish. I feel like if you're asking somebody to,
I think women think that they are equal to men.
It doesn't have to mean.
Do you think women are equal to men?
I don't think a woman is equal to a man, but I think that men are selfish. If you're gonna have your woman compromising and have a whole nother coochie in the bedroom and you want her to interact, at least give her something that's gonna turn her on too. Don't get somebody that turns you on and then she turns you on and then she's just not turned on. Now it's a whole icky experience. Like, ew. Like, you're turned on.
Okay, well, let's say the man is like, you ain't gotta touch it.
Yeah, then you do that. And then you'll risk who's making love to your old lady while you're out making love.
That's so cool. Then we release that woman and then we place her.
She's not gonna be released. She's probably gonna just play the game. And when you're doing your thing,
this is the problem. We're not disputing. Puff never gave a damn about them sucking somebody else off or laying with nobody else. The problem lies in all of a sudden they got a problem with what they agreed to.
Okay.
What do you mean, okay?
But speaking, come on now. Let's be real. Like, how many times have you gotten with somebody and then you realize, okay, they sold you their representative, and it really wasn't your cup of tea. And right in the middle of building with that person or anything, you say, this is not what I want. I want something else. You're not who I thought you were. This is not what it was cut out to be. And I choose to choose something else.
Okay, riot pump. Blood tripping, my can pick the chick. I ain't tripping after I smash, go on and pick another one. That's your problem. And what happens is, if you keep her around, she gets control of the female. Now you ain't got no say so. So now when she decide to go, the other one gone too. So it was never your situation.
No, I don't think so, because women, it's not that serious.
Yes, it is.
A woman's gonna a woman get with you and then she leave you for her. The woman leaves together.
Yes.
That's not how that works.
That's definitely how that works.
That's not how that. Unless they're lesbians, that's different.
Okay, if the man picks the woman, and he tells the other woman, "Hey, look, old girl tripping. She about to be out. It's gonna be me and you, and we gonna figure out something else." But she tripped. No.
If you're deceptive and you're playing them against one another, your ass might end up left.
There's not playing against.
You can do that. Men can do that. Be messy.
Since when did the queen dictate to the king?
It don't. A person is.
When? We don't give a damn about no human being. We talking about
this ain't goddamn 1949.
No, 1849. The game ain't changed. When did the queen tell the king who to marry? I'm just being real.
Sad.
No, am I right or wrong?
Sad.
And we go back and watch Women King. I remember one of the females tried to tell the man who to, and he dismissed her. Dismiss yourself. You don't tell me who to what. Because she was in her feelings about what she thought he had going on with her, the closest he had. But yet with her, it was different because she was a warrior that helped keep his ass alive, who saved his life. So he's like, I don't care what you're talking about. Dismiss yourself. You're my wife. I'm not your wife. You're my wife. This is the way this thing was created.
Yeah, okay.
Am I right?
No. Who said that? Where's that at? Is this a myth that we read about? Is this real life? Because we don't know.
Man had a household, right?
We just like the Bible. You don't know if that was really how that really
We
was.
do know kings rule like the world. Queens ain't rule shit but England.
Okay, they rule the world. But what culture is that? You can't say that.
Mankind.
That's not always true.
Who is always in the book of who started the wars between countries? Men.
Okay, we're not talking about that.
It's the same thing.
No, you're spinning.
How?
Because men are selfish.
You want a man to be, look, call it what you want. That's the making of a man.
Okay, that's the making of a man. But what if women became like men?
They have women become like men. We call them butches.
No, that's not a butch. Just because you say this is what I want, they can still be very feminine and say this is what it is that I want, and either we're compatible or not. But I think in this world, there's somebody for everybody. I really do. If you want, the issue is y'all be wanting certain shit, but it doesn't fit. Like, you're not.
I'm gonna go get the charger because they charges is weak, and I'm gonna let you have this conversation. Give me 2 minutes. I still think no man. That's my position.
Get that link.
While I get the charger.
I'm gonna boom the room in 30 seconds.
Thank y'all for coming. If you got a pink ticket, make sure you follow us before you shake.
That's selfish. I really believe that's selfish as hell, y'all.
Salute, give me my fault.
No, you good,
Do
bro.
y'all think that's selfish for a man to say, okay, this is what I want. I want another option. But then he picks the option. And what if he picks an option that is not desirable to you? You're just supposed to sit there and take it. Thank you. Thank you. That's very selfish. I think
Appreciate
it's really
y'all for
selfish.
coming
I think
through,
that-
man.
That's selfish
Appreciate
as
y'all
hell.
for coming through the Love and R&B, man. We out.
On is you're under the assumption that the man is having this conversation with you because he values your opinion. He's not having a conversation with you to value your opinion.
You toxic.
He's having a conversation with you to give you the option.
You're toxic as hell.
No, do you?
So you wouldn't value the woman's opinion? That's toxic as hell. That means for I gotta get you a value.
In some situations, I don't value a woman's opinion. I'm not talking to you or saying something to you for your opinion. I'm saying it because I'm alerting you on what I'm about to do.
Okay, go do that. I would say, see, I wouldn't be like those other women that would be like, I'm just gonna do it just because I want to do it. I would say, go do that. Women need to start saying, if that's what you want, go do that. Stop compromising your integrity for these men and giving them what they want if they can't give you what you want. If they can't meet you halfway, at least by allowing you to pick something that's compatible with both of you. Because you gotta lay up with this woman too, you gotta deal with this woman, you gotta deal with the energy that comes from this woman when you know they interact, if she gives him attitude or whatever, you gotta deal with men in his wounds and all this shit. Like, so at the end of the day, like, if I can't choose, go do what you want to do with who you want to do it with, and then find someone that's compatible for you.
I think what it is,
I think that's what happens.
some women need beta men in their life, and beta men ain't always soft. Alpha men are going to rule across the board. They're going to say some things that you're going to love, and they're going to say some things to where it just feels like a straight up dictatorship, because that's what it is. It's non-negotiable.
So a dictatorship, that also comes with pleasure. So just go be pleased. Stop forcing the women to interact.
Why are you using the word force?
Because you're forcing.
If
you're
a,
telling a woman,
if a,
so y'all be knowing what y'all be doing. Y'all be hypnotizing these women, them down, and doing all these different things.
So now we're wrong for having good.
And spoiling them and doing all this shit, and then you just throw a whole whammy in there, and it's like, okay, now I want this. You got to deal with this. Of course, she's not gonna leave. Hypnotized. She will.
So that's on him?
Yes, you're an asshole. That's playing on her weakness.
No, that's not. That's being a man.
That's playing on her weakness. Being a man is saying, baby, I could never give you what it is that you want from me. I understand that you're not happy, and because I understand that you're not happy and I can never give you what you want, I'm releasing you.
Go, and then she decides not to go.
And if you keep it real, listen, if you keep it real with a woman like that, if she knows, yo, but then
she decides not to go.
Okay, and then you say, okay, because I have taken this time from you, and I put you in a certain space.
Taking what time?
Taking the time where it's like, okay,
no.
She's fooling into you.
You didn't went on shopping sprees. You got exotic whips. You done been on jets. You didn't met people.
You can't take the jet to the bank.
Look, you didn't met people and been around people.
You can't take the jet to the bank. Now, if she got a bank account, she probably walk out of it.
Yeah, but how you lose time when you benefited from the situation?
How's that beneficial? It's a flight on a jet. What the hell is that going to
do? So we leave you at home.
What is a flight on a jet? What is that going to do for your bank account, lady?
That's an experience.
Do not settle for a flight on the jet, okay?
No, what I'm saying is, you can't say you lost time when you participated in the good times.
It was a good time for you. It was not a good time for her, because the whole time she was with you, she was compromising, because she thought that if she compromised, and you would eventually
she was what?
Compromise for her.
Did she compromise by her own free will?
Yes, she did. She compromised.
So is that on the man?
It's on the man. If you realize you got to be a piece of shit to not say, yo, this is a good girl. Let me release her back into the wild.
Okay, we release. You choose not to go. Or you come back like the straight dog you are.
Oh, that's fine.
And I'm going to call her a straight dog because anytime. No, watch this. Cassie started screwing the trainer Diddy was paying for her. Then she came back and got hit while the dude she left Diddy for is on FaceTime and he has no idea. She's a stray dog at that time. You wouldn't agree?
Yes, I would agree.
This is what I'm saying. So now Diddy's looking at like, well, you didn't let me for the trainer. You come back, you ain't nothing but a piece of meat at this point in time.
That's a fact. I totally agree. See, Cassie and Diddy, I think that's a different situation.
No, I'm just reverting back to some of these situations that we know. So he's supposed to what? See her as, I'm gonna honor and be mindful of how you feel. You come back to my place, my spot, get naked, bend over.
No,
and say I miss you, Daddy.
At that point, you're getting slutted out because you walked away. I feel like you had the opportunity to walk away. You got married. You got with someone else. Trainer. You had children by the well. Did they get together after they had children?
They ain't got no kids.
The trainer, don't she got a baby by the?
She got three of them.
By the trainer, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So she went back to him. Well, she went to him and then she went back to him after she had her family. She was dead wrong. She deserved to be.
For those of you guys that are just coming in here, subscribe, like. This is the 100 show. This is a pre-trial of R&B's. This is not the setting. We're just seeing, if we would be compatible in her new show called Ego, be her show. She would be the host of the show. I would stand time to time, but it's kind of like in the Kevin Samuels lane of having topics about relationships, the women's point of view, the men's point of view, their ego versus our ego. Should we adjust? Shouldn't we adjust? Yes. And have times changed?
Yes.
Me personally, yes. Some things are non-negotiable. I'm just going to tell you I don't give a. Other things, call it what you want.
That's cold.
Life is cold-blooded.
So what if
the decision,
that would be crazy.
You can do that to the man that's going to accept that.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I think it would be a lot of men with scarred, jacked up egos.
The reason why dictators have the position of being dictators is because they have scars, they have licked their wounds, took their licks, and they have learned from previous mistakes.
No, I think that they're just selfish. A lot of men are very selfish.
No, a dictator, an alpha, is going to always be selfish in his decision because it's ultimately his decision.
I just think that that's not okay. It's not okay. You're asking a whole person to be with you.
No. We're giving you the option.
Okay. Advertise them, spoil them, and then trap them.
So you want an alpha not to perform like an alpha?
No. Don't captivate. Don't sit up and present a representative if you know you're not really that person. If you know that you're super greedy and that you need multiple women, let that woman know before you advertise her. Give her the choice. I think a lot of men take away a woman's choice because they're selfish. It's like, this is what I want. So I'm going to do all the beautiful things to get this woman. And then I'm just going to spring it on her that I'm a whole bag. And that I need all.
So why don't you just leave?
At that point, the woman is in love.
So you're admitting that women are weak mentally?
Yes, women can be weak when it comes to a man. Women can.
And men can be weak when it comes to a woman.
I know, exactly.
So you're saying A to Z, a man is supposed to involve and include a woman in his decision making?
I don't say that. I just say give a woman a choice. Like, let me know what it is from the beginning. Give her a choice, is what I'm saying. Give her the choice. Don't just captivate her and, present this knight in shining armor and in scumbag. You know you're a peasant. Don't present yourself as a king when you know you're really a peasant in mindset. Like you're a peasant.
So, do you understand that men know that we are not supposed to give women a choice in some decisions because they want what they want?
That's not the truth.
Some women have to be molded. Some women have to be taught what they want.
That's not the truth. It's not. You got to be taught what you want.
Some women don't know what they want.
Okay, that's not true.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Have we not ever been out, me and you, in a restaurant?
Food. What the hell is food?
And you don't know what this is, and I order it, and I let you try it, and you say, that's good.
No, but I still know that I don't want that's been overworked, overused, and that is just like sliding in everything.
Hold on.
Sliding in everything.
Hold on.
Every day of the week you got a different one. No.
Okay, so if that's not what you want, why don't you just leave?
Because at that point, my whole thing is, if you're a hoe bag, let the woman know you're a whore bag when you get with her. Don't present yourself as this faithful person if you know that's not who you are.
So the women who come to reap the benefits of the man's hard work aren't peasants? Oh, that's a good one.
I mean, but women are naturally hypergamous. Like, women marry up. That's just the way the nature is.
So when you marry up,
it's the way it's supposed to be. Men are leaders. Absolutely.
If you marry up,
provide and protect.
You're not supposed to look up?
Yeah, but you're supposed to provide and protect. I don't give a damn what y'all think. No.
We are providing and protecting.
Yeah, you provide and protect. So just that is not a woman being a peasant.
So you're saying that a man is supposed to include women in their decisions.
I just say you give a woman a choice. Do not take away a person's choice. You will find yourself in a garbage can stinking somewhere in a fucking
But you said when we give you guys a choice, we're manipulating you because we stigmatize you.
No, I'm saying if you know you ain't on shit, say you not on shit.
You said yourself, R&B from CJ, most women hide who they truly are. Is that okay?
I'm just saying. I mean, if a woman don't want a relationship, she's probably going to say she doesn't want a relationship. She's not going to lie and say, oh, I want a relationship when I know I don't. I'm just saying.
So you're saying men need to adjust and allow women to play a bigger part in their life?
I say that men need to present who they really are and give the woman a choice in the beginning before you stigmatize her and spoil her. And then she feels like, oh my God, I'm so whipped. I'm so captivated by him that if I choose to do something I really don't want to do, I might lose him. No, give her the choice.
So is that him pressuring her? Let's say it's manipulation.
Being very deceitful. That's what I feel.
But everybody's gonna practice some form of deceit. Women not gonna tell a man everything about them when they first meet and get together.
But yeah, you're probably right. Some women won't. You have some women that will keep it real. Be like, listen, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for a relationship. This is what I want. You have some women that are honest. I just feel like everybody, whether you're a male or a female, you should be honest about what it is that you're looking for.
Brian Jefferson has a good one. Even wearing makeup, fake hair now, that's how she really looks. That's deceit. And we've seen on social media some of these catfish trouts.
Well, that's okay because men spray on beards and now they have toupees and all these different things. They catfish, they hype fish, they do all these catfish.
So men are supposed to put all their cards on the table while women hide their true feelings.
No, you should do the same thing.
Okay.
One thing said for a woman is not.
So if a man is being a control freak, but he's being open, and she chooses to go along with it because she don't want to lose him, is it right for her later on to claim he took advantage of her?
And that's how she feels. And she feels like she was taken advantage of. Now,
but you messing with a man's life.
And you're messing with a woman's life.
But he gave her the option.
No, he gave her the option after he stigmatized her and spoiled her. Then he gave her the option after he took away her choice. Because if she
never took away her choice.
If she knew he was a dirtbag from the beginning, he would have put up his guards.
But how did he take away her choice?
She would have put up guards. Because he presented himself to be something that he wasn't. That's how.
Cash rules, you're a mod, bro. So help King clean up your chat. Be sure mod as well. So I don't get it. I don't understand. So y'all justify y'all weakness through our character.
What?
You justify y'all weakness through our character. You saying you stigmatize us, so now we're weak, and based upon our weakness, we're gonna accept who you are. But when we get mad, we're gonna turn and lie on you and claim you gave us no other option.
That's not a lie. Because at the end of the day, you kind of did really force her into something that if she knew what it really was in the beginning, she wouldn't leave it. Being. That's really not a lie. You forced her into it because you didn't tell her the truth. And then when she couldn't, what you doing? When she couldn't.
YouTube.
Oh. When she couldn't deal with it anymore, she just left. And then she finally told the truth about what she was doing.
So why didn't she leave when she always had the option to leave?
Because she didn't know what she was getting.
Because she stayed, because she was being selfish, thinking about the benefits that was there for her.
Absolutely.
And that's on him?
I mean, after a while, I feel like at the end of the day, she was tricked.
How was she tricked? Hey, look, baby, you can go whenever you want to go.
He didn't tell her that. And y'all don't
bullshit.
Y'all don't
it's in the text messages.
No, y'all.
It's in. He told her, "Look, we ain't good for each other. It's best you go your way. I want to see you. I want to see you. I want to see you."
No, y'all don't do that.
That's what she did. It's after she left for the trainer.
Okay, but I think
he like, look,
that's a different situation. She was already turned out on drugs.
So that's on him.
He already getting fed her a whole nother.
She left and got with the trainer.
Okay, fine. But what I'm saying is.
So her coming back is on him.
No, her coming back is on her. That's on her. She was a dummy.
So we supposed to be responsible for your psyche.
No, you're supposed to be responsible for telling a person who you are.
Tell
me you're a monster before the monster.
Sometimes we don't know who we are.
Oh, okay. Say that then. Men don't know who they are, so they just play the role.
It's not playing a role.
Figure it out while
sometimes people are taking it day by day.
Okay, well.
For everybody watching, they know they're on camera, they know they're on our stream, they can see themselves, they're on a YouTube live, they're on our shit. So don't act like,
we know what's going on.
Yeah.
So
shout out to the Twitch chat.
I'm confused. So you're saying men should we should all act like preachers. The guys y'all really want. Fake, manipulate,
really
act passive.
Like for real. You spin like a mother. You are really good at
it. Well, okay.
You know exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying be who you are in the beginning. And if she decides to change her mind, she just changed her mind.
We don't mind you changing your mind.
Women.
But why lie? Why lie on us?
She's not lying. She told her truth.
But that's not manipulating. When you had an option to stay or leave.
She was stigmatized and spoiled.
Stigmatized ain't on us. If a nigga got some.
But tell me the truth in the
If a man has good sex, that's on him.
If you have good sex, she'll just go get with somebody else that has good sex to balance out your good sex, and now she's not all wrapped up in your good sex because now she has 3 other men that have good sex.
So you want to justify y'all wrongs?
No, y'all do it. I'm just saying, give her the choice in the beginning. Don't lie and say the truth. Or one person.
Nobody's putting all their cards on the table from the beginning.
That's not true.
That's a fact.
That's not true.
Nobody, male or female, is putting all their cards on the table. Call it what you want. That's a fact. Chat. Joe, chat. Twitch and YouTube. Do you agree? Put a 1 if you're saying men and women are putting all their cards on the table in the beginning, or a 2 that either one of them is not putting all their cards on the table in the beginning. 1 that they are, 2 that they not. I don't agree. Nobody, no 2 are putting everything on the table. This is why you get to know a person.
You're really good at spinning.
How was that spinning?
Because you are.
So you're telling me, what sense does it make to put all your cards on the table in the early stages?
I'm telling people who you are. Why sell me a representative? I need to know who you are. I don't want to be with
what does that mean?
A year and a half later and find out that I have a whole damn diddler.
What if that's who he is?
Okay, be that in the beginning.
He is that. That's who he is.
Be that in the beginning. Don't jump out the closet on me like, ooh, guess what? I like to jerk off with a New York hat on and let men put...
At that time, you got a right to leave. Yeah, but, and then you say, okay, I'm going to participate.
Because at that point, she's like, stuck. Yeah. I don't know.
And it's his fault that she's stuck. You know what? You're right. It is his fault that she's stuck. You know her problem?
What's the problem?
She doesn't want to play her part and just be a stuck woman.
Why would you? Shit, give me what I want. Give me what I want.
Huh?
Give me what I want.
We are giving you what you want. That's why you staying.
No. What you giving? Money?
What?
She's miserable.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Hey, ladies, I'm going to say this and y'all going to get offended.
She's miserable.
Y'all the weakest beings in the world.
Not okay.
When you guys say that type of shit. What is he going to give me? No, hold on, Ray. Hold on, Ray. I'm going to tell you why it's okay. What are you going to give me? Money? Knowing damn well if we didn't give y'all no money, it would be a problem. Stop acting like money is not one of the main factors in a relationship.
Wack, that's not okay.
Nigga, that's the truth.
It is, but you still want like...
Wack, that's not okay, man.
It's the truth.
It is, but you're not going to be completely satisfied because you're going to want some good... You're going to want some attention.
I am pro-woman.
Here goes the question. Here goes the question. Do you want a broke man with no drive, with good, or you want a man with his money right, good, some manipulation and drive?
Most women want to make their own money, and they want a man that has good, gonna listen to them and tell them everything they want to hear.
No, they want to.
Most women don't make their own money.
They want you to listen to them, and then they want to be able to tell you what to do. On the dead home.
That's a fact. And spend your money.
Ain't no woman gonna tell me what to do, bro.
I know, because you Wack100.
Ain't no woman gonna tell me how to, certain things they ain't got no voice in.
Like what?
You ain't gonna tell me how to move.
No, but when a woman,
gonna tell me how to conduct my business.
But when a woman making her own money and running her own
some
show,
women think their opinion matters.
They do matter.
It don't.
That's not okay.
Listen, my wins gonna be my wins. My losses, listen. Okay, Ray, you're gonna agree with this. How many of our losses ultimately turned into the reason why we start winning?
We're talking now.
And a woman to say, you see, I told you. Right? But it took us to take that loss as a man to understand how to win. And they don't understand that. This is why a woman can't be president. They too emotional.
A woman can be president. You just gotta find the right one.
Every decision a man makes is based upon him chasing a win.
No, every decision a man makes is on him chasing a woman.
That's a fact.
Which is ultimately a win. It's a win.
Damn, I said something smart, huh?
It's a win. Listen, Even chasing a woman, any man that lets a woman, any man that lets a woman, no, any man that lets a woman dictate manly decisions is a ass nigga.
That's not cool. Some men like to be told what to do.
Yeah, love, this shit finna go crazy. This shit finna go crazy.